Alrighty. Am I live? Are we live? Can you hear me? Press 1. Nick's in the chat. Can you hear me? Hello? 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 My mic is working. I checked everything. I had to restart the computer, but is everything working here? Somebody tell me. I don't even know. I wasted an hour and 22 minutes of my fucking time because the fucking computer had to fuck up. So, are live? Hello? Am I on? It says I'm live. I'm just checking on my phone. Just make sure the audio is up. Can't even hear. Just checking on my phone. Okay, we're good. All right, we're good. We're good. So we are live once again. We're live once again. Sorry about the last video. I have no idea what happened. Camera was on, mic was on, and then Nick comes in and tells me that I was speaking for an hour and 22 minutes, and there was no sound. That was very, very, very weird. So, I mean, but the thing is, my camera was on, my mic wasn't muted. I don't understand how the mic that nobody could hear me. I don't understand that. Ghosts. Yes, my computer somehow screwed up. I don't know. But if it does go out again, then I don't know what to tell you. So. But anyway, let's do take 2 of this video. All right. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video. Once again, here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel, but you knew that already. I'm your host, Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are all down below in the description box. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share this video all over the internet, and you know what to do. That's all I got to say about that. All right. We're going to breeze through this video because Dynamite's about to start at 55 minutes. And that's all I got to say about that. And for those people who thought I was going to Dynamite tonight, I fooled you. Fooled you. Gotcha. Gotcha there, Mr. Nick Ers and your little buddy Edward. Got him. Got him. Right, Nick? We got him. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. How did you not know that freaking Dynamite was not in Jersey tonight? Come on, Nick. You big dope. But do you know where it is next week, Nick? You should know. You had tickets to it. Yep. You know where it is next week. It doesn't take a scientist to know that. So anyway, like I said, I apologize for the last video. I wasted an hour and 22 minutes of my goddamn time. I could have been done with this video, and I could have been doing something else or someone else. But now I have to rush and do this and finish this video up in the next 54 minutes before Dynamite goes on the air. And Mikey Mittens is there. I just saw a picture on his I think it was on his Facebook. Him and his mama are there in the front row. So we might see him tonight on TV. So it is what it is. But like I said, for anybody who's just tuning in that basically were watching from before, it is what it is. And well, this is my, I think this is my second or third live video. I'm not even sure, but I had to delete the other video, but I don't know if that adds time to your StreamYard. So, I mean, if it does, it does. You know, then I have to, you know, just do everything quickly. I'll have to check on that. Yeah, because the last video was this. Today's the 15th. Last week was the 7th. So I don't think I did a video, any videos live over the weekend. So I guess it did add time to my video, which sucks. It should delete that time, but it is what it is. So anyway, like I said, I'm Peter Gilmore, your gracious, pissed off host. And welcome to my channel. And like the video, dislike the video, you know what to do. And that's all I got to say about that. So we're gonna make this really quick. It's gonna be a quickie. And that's all I got to say about that. So right here on the Peter Gilmore channel, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the bell, get notified, and share the video all over the internet and all that other good stuff. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, so to everybody and Nick for that's tuning in right now, it is time for your late and out of date NXT 2.0 review for September the 14th, 2021, from the brand new Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. All right, so the new era of NXT, the rebranded NXT, if you will, made its debut last night, I should say. And wasn't that bad, but I mean, the first hour, basically the first hour and a half of the show was basically filler matches. Filler matches and a few segments that basically lasted, the matches lasted about between a minute 18 and the longest match was basically the main event, which lasted 10 and a half minutes because of the, you know, we had a wedding to get to and everything. But everything else was filler. We watching Raw? What is this? This ain't NXT. What is this? It says NXT 2.0, but I'm looking like I'm watching the fourth and fifth hour of Raw. It's like Raw on Tuesday night. It is what it is. So we we got a new logo which looks like shit. We got a new theme which sounds like shit. And we got a brand new set which looks like shit. Look like we're at Nickelodeon Studios. Welcome to Double Dare 2000. I mean, Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? The set looked hideous. The lighting was good. That's the only thing. The lighting and the production were all right. But I mean, there was barely a barricade. It was like, it looked like we're at an NWA show. You know, is this Power? I'm like, wait, Power was 2 hours ago. Power's on at 6 o'clock. What the hell is going on here? But anyway, yeah, we're live from Nickelodeon Studios, you know, at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida for Double Dare 2000. People calling it Double Date 2000. I don't know. They must have put that in wrong in their, you know, their phone or their desktop, whatever. But you know, besides the filler matches, we had the main event, the Fatal 4-Way for the vacant NXT World Title, which was a pretty good match. And then we had the wedding, which didn't end in chaos. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. Yeah, because people are gonna do things, and Now that's that. Now, what else is new? Something wrong with this goddamn computer. I'm gonna break it. No, I'm not gonna break it because Rose will get mad. Anyway, all right. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. I already wasted 10.5 minutes. Even though now the like my clock went off. I think it's my internet connection. That's probably why the mic went off before. I think that's the only thing I can think of. My stupid fucking internet connection. That sucks. Big hairy monkey balls. Then we'll move on. All right. So we start off NXT. But before we even start, we get an announcement, a match coming up later in the night between Kyle O'Reilly, Eli Drake, Pete fucking Dunne, and the Psycho Killer. So champ. And we hear promos from each competitor hyping the match, which is all nice. And then we see one of the competitors of the match. See Eli Drake. He's walking to the ring and he gets approached by a newcomer to NXT, but we all saw him as a security guard during the whole Regal situation with Killer Cross and Mr. Samoa Joe. He was one of the security guards, and that man is Rick Steiner's son, Bronson Rex-Steiner, who is now being known as Braun Breaker. Backbreaker? No, just Braun Breaker. So this weird name. So Rick Steiner's son comes up to Mr. Eli Drake, and he wants a chance, but no pun intended. So Eli's like, let's go to the ring. Go ahead. I'll beat the brakes off you. Okay, that's going to be our first match of the night. But before we get that, we get the new NXT theme with the new title sequence called Down South Slang, or I don't even know what it's called. Then we go inside Nickelodeon Studios. I'm sorry. Double Dare. I mean, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I mean, sorry. Double Dare. So, yeah. So, for wrestling, instead of a game show, we get instead of a wrestling show, we get a game show like atmosphere with this fucking this stupid set. Looks fucking hideous. Oh, can you still hear me, by the way, Nick? Hopefully you guys can. If I'm not, then just let me know, and then I'll have to do it once again. But I think it's the connection. It's not raining or anything. I just think something's wrong with my connection. But it is what it is. Nick, if I'm still here, no, am I breathing? Well, I'm still breathing. Can you hear me though? I can hear myself, but my mic is on, my camera's on. I just don't understand what's going on with the mic. Last time it happened, but it had to be something computer, so we'll get that. Let me try to go live on my phone. See. Make sure the audio is up. He's checking on my phone. Okay. All right, we're good. Good. So we're live once again. All right, so we're good. We have to make sure. You always have to make sure about that. So, because on my phone's a little bit when I get the comments, it's a little bit delayed on StreamYard for some odd reason. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, all right, so let's quickly get into this. I'm gonna quickly run through the results. I'm not gonna get into everything, and thank you for the free view there, jack off. Let me move on. All right, so we go inside Nickelodeon Studios with our first match of the night. Eli Drake taking on Braun Breaker, and it was a pretty bad. Rick Steiner, who kind of has the face of Scott Steiner. We'll figure that one out. He has the face of he has the face of Scott Steiner and the body of Scott Steiner, but it's not Scott Steiner, it's Rick Steiner's son. Go figure that one out. Without the roids, of course, because you know how Big Papa Pump took those steroids, brother. And that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So I'm having a little problem here, but I just wanna just gotta make sure and everything. Make sure the comments are still coming in, live and everything. But it is what it is. All right, so we start off with Eli Drake and Bron Breakker. They go back and forth. His son, was getting heavy Rick Steiner references on Vic Joseph, Beth fucking Phoenix, and our good friend Bad News Wade Bennett. I'm afraid I got some bad news. I can't do it, fully because my voice is not that great. Anyway, so they go back and forth, give Rick Steiner his son credit. Very gave Eli a run for his money. And we get near the end, and Eli gets back in control. He grabs Bron, gets shoved off, eats a back elbow, and Bron goes off the ropes for a leaping shoulder tackle. Then he hits another one. Who is he? John Cena? So anyway, he hits a belly-to-belly suplex. Then he tells the crowd he's going up top. But Eli unleashes some Fists of Fury, and then he hits a knee lift to the but Bron just shrugs it off. He's like, knee lift. Ugh. Picks up Eli and a gorilla press, and he power slams him down. 1, 2, 3. We have a shocking victory on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Bron Breakker just pinned Eli Drake. Go figure that one out. So it's the win, match 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. All right. Then after that, we get a recap of the win, and then we see Bron Breakker getting congratulated by basically everybody in the locker room. And he gets this big win, his first major win in NXT, and we'll see what happens with him in the future. So big win by beating a former $1 million champion and a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So go figure that one out. That's it. All right, and after that, we see Imperium making their way to the ring, and they're in our second match of the night as they take Briggs and Brooks Jensen, who come out basically looking like the Smoking Guns, Billy and Bart Gunn almost. They're doing like a Western cowboy. I don't know. So anyway, match was all right. So kind of goes back and forth, but in the end, Imperium gets the win. But give Briggs and Jensen some credit. Gave Imperium a little bit of a run for the money, even though it went just under 4 minutes. Barthel comes in, Jensen ducks while Briggs sends him to the outside. Jensen with a front face lock goes for the tag, but Barthel pulls Briggs off the rope, sends him into the ring steps. Jensen with a pinfall from near fall goes up top. Barthel causes a distraction, and then Aichner hits him with a double underhook suplex off the top. 1, 2, 3. Imperium get the win, and we'll see what happens with them. And that's it. But nice that they added a tag team. Not that they're gonna go anywhere in the tag team division, but there you go. You want some tag teams? Here you go. We'll just throw 2 Hammerniggers that were on 205 Live. Well, I don't know about Brooks Jensen. Josh Briggs was on 205 Live and in the breakout tournament. So they just threw Josh Briggs and some rookie together and just made him a tag team with a weird Western gimmick. Go figure that one out. So yeah. So Imperium gets the win, and we'll see where they go from here. Maybe another tag team title shot, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, Nick, you still here? I hope you are. Sorry, checking the chat at the same time, but we'll see what happens with that, and we'll move on. All right, so Imperium gets the win, and the match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we get a promo from Hit Row, and if you don't know, now you know, player. I mean, sorry. Well, I would say the other word by Biggie, but no, can't say that word. Anyway, so Hit Row, they're cutting a promo, hyping up B-Fab, who's going to be in her first match, her first ever match at NXT, her debut match. Basically, they say the B stands for beautiful, and that she's going to give them something to be upset about. They say that she's trained with Olympic gold medalists and world champions. I assume that's Booker T, world champion, of course, and the Olympic gold medalist probably be Kurt Angle. Couldn't be anybody else. Well, who else is a Olympic gold medalist that you know, and a world champion? So, I think she did get trained by Kurt Angle, and I don't know about Booker T, but anyway, so B-Fab says she can spit, but it's time to. So they all go to the ring, and yeah, she can spit all right. Go figure that one out. Anyway, so we get the B-Fab, and she takes on Katrina Cortez, some ham and egger, and beats her in 1 minute and 18 seconds with a 1914 style neck breaker. 1, 2, 3. Such. She comes in, does her thing, and that's it. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Katrina Cortez. And that's it. So she gets to win. Match I gave 1 out of 5 stars. After the match, B-Fab cuts another promo saying that people thought just because she was in the ring, she couldn't wrestle and anything, kind of like Eva Marie, but yeah, she can somewhat wrestle. It is what it is. Then she says that Elektra Lopez thought she would stick her nose in their business without knowing what flavored Kool-Aid they're drinking. And that promptly brings out Elektra Lopez, who comes out with Legado del Fantasma, Raul Mendoza, Joaquin Wilde, and Santos Escobar. So Elektra starts talking. He's like, I'm talking here. And B-Fab didn't learn her lesson the first time, but we can do that again. And the next time, she won't need a pipe shut that yap mouth. So B-Fab says she'd love to do, it's like, let's do it. Come on, let's do it right now. Come on. So Elektra's like, okay, let's do it. Let's fight like 2 bitches, But then Santos Escobar says, tranquilo. Hold up there, mama. So he stops her, and then B-Fab tells Santos that basically tells Elektra Lopez that Santos just saved a life. So the ever-growing feud between Legado del Fantasma and Hit Row continues, and we'll see what happens with that. So I gave the Aftermath 2.25 out of 5 stars. And am I being awake? I guess I am. I don't know. I think Nick is getting ready for Dynamite coming up. That's why he isn't talking so much. He usually talks up a storm. What it is. Anyway, so after that, we go to the back. We see Odyssey Jones, Cameron Grimes to the moon, and our good buddy Johnny Gargano, the one backstage. Gargano says that that the night is perfect, but it's just missing one thing. And then we get a knock on the door, and in comes a man we haven't seen in a couple weeks. That's Austin Theory, the man who basically ran away from the way, and just took 2 to 4 weeks off. So Austin Theory's back, and he says he did run away, but he couldn't miss Indy's wedding. And he brought a priest, which Damian Priest comes in. He's not an ordained priest, but his name is Damian Priest. So Gargano says Damian is not a real priest, obviously. Damian says, "Well, I'm just here for the party and just the the boom boom with the bridesmaids." Blah blah blah. So then Johnny hugs Austin anyway. So I was like, "Oh, it's good to have you back, son. Give me a hug." And that's it. And then we're getting set for the wedding, and that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so I give that 2 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the ring. We have the NXT Breakout winner, Breakout Star, the Breakout Tournament winner, Carmelo Hayes, and he's being interviewed by the random interviewer. I don't even know her name, Sasha or whatever her name is, and he has somebody next to him named Trick Williams. I have no idea who this guy is. So basically, he cuts a promo saying he won the Breakout Tournament 3 weeks ago, and he has all the momentum behind him and the juice. Not that type of juice. He has a big target on his back. And he said people won't catch him off guard ever again. Santos Escobar and stuff like that. He says at the end of the day, this is a numbers game. So he called up his boy Trick Williams, and Trick says, "I'm about it." Anyway. So Carmelo says as long as he has the contract, Trick is going to go everywhere that he goes. So basically, kind of treating this contract like the Money in the Bank contract almost. So Trick says he's proud of Melo, calling him golden child of NXT. But then he turns to him and says, I got a bone to pick with you, sir." And he's like, "You talk, but why are you so humble now? Who are you now?" It's like, that's not the Carmelo I used to know. You're right. No holding back, no reason to be humble. I am the golden child. I am the chosen one. And when I shoot, I don't miss. And if I pass it, so that's it. So we'll see what happens with Carmelo and this new guy, Trick Williams. Maybe going after the tag team belts. I think that's what Carmelo kind of said. He might be going for the tag team belts. I don't know why, because I don't think that contract works for that. So we'll get to see that. And we move on. But after that, as they're leaving, Duke Hudson comes out, and he's supposed to have a match, which doesn't happen because he gets beat up even after that. Hayes was in the tournament finals, and knows it. So Hudson goes to the ring. Trick is like, "Well, that stops today," and then he goes to the ring, hits a spin kick on Duke, and then him and Carmelo beat the crap out of him. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's it. So I gave that whole thing 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we go backstage. We have the whores. I mean, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, and a new look, Mandy Rose. So we don't see her blonde hair, just see her hood up, but we know it's Mandy. So Mandy looks damn fine. JC Jane and Gigi Dolan look like porn stars. What's more to love? 3 porn stars that can suck a good dick. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so they go to the ring. Actually, Gigi and JC go to the ring, and they go into our next match. It's like a 2-minute suck fest. As they take on Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. Nothing to write home here. The only thing that was noteworthy of this match was they went to they had a picture and they see Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland beating the crap out of Kyle O'Reilly and basically knocking him out of the Fatal 4-Way match for the title, for the NXT World Title. That was it. Then we get back to the match, and the match ends in a disqualification after Mandy Rose comes out, trips Casey Catanzaro off the top, causing disqualification. Then they beat her down, and then Mandy takes off her jacket and takes off her hood, and she's now a brunette, with black hair, still looking hot. And that's all I got to say about that. So So Casey and Caden get the win by a disqualification. Match I gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. And then all three women are beating both the other women up. So it's a 3-on-2, and then the Warrior of the Sun, Sarray, comes out to clear the ring. And guess what happens next? We get a Teddy Long tag team match player. We get a 6-woman tag after this between Mandy, Gigi, and JC taking on Sarray, Casey, and Caden. This match lasted 6 minutes. Kind of goes back and forth, and then the ending was kind of chaotic and everything. So Caden Carter goes off the ropes, rolls through a pin attempt, kicks Mandy's head off, and then more chaos happens. Sarray with a drop kick, and her and Mandy face off. Because after what Sarray did to Mandy, messing up her pretty little face, and she wears for like a week. I think she stole them from Sheamus. Don't ask me how she got the mask, so I don't want to know. So anyway, so they go toe to toe. Mandy picks her up for a wheelbarrow slam, but Caden kicks her to break up the pin. I think Caden with a waist lock. Mandy reverses. Nancy Jane causes a distraction, which allowed Mandy to finish Carter off. 1, 2, 3, and Team Mandy gets the win. And that's it. And I'm out of 5 stars. I really didn't give 2 craps about that. Yeah, I know Grimm is at AEW. He said that on his Twitter. No, I actually watched Grimm, not the last one, where he fought Violence for the LTW title and he won, obviously. But the one where he was at SFW or SWF or whatever it is, where him and his brother Juhop beat 2 Hammerneggers in a tables match for the tag team titles, and then after the match he falls down and starts having a seizure. So I did see his update on Twitter before I saw the video, and I'm like, okay, I just thought that Grimm, maybe just had a medical emergency or anything, something like that, because Grimm is fat, so is his girlfriend Quarantina. They're fat, but it is what it is. And then I saw the video where he had a seizure, and I'm like, staged. I'm like, it looks staged. And then, the next episode, he comes out of the emergency room or the hospital, and he's all fine, and he's like, I'm going to fight Violence tonight I'm not going to listen to the doctors and anything. I'm going to fight. I'm not medically cleared, blah, blah, blah. And he beats Violence for the LTW title. And then he goes out the back door because all the AEW guys were about to, not the AEW, what am I saying? The LTW guys were about to beat the crap out of Grimm. So he goes out the back door. Good way to get those views there, Dave. With a fake medical emergency. But if it was real, then, you shouldn't have been fighting. I don't understand. You get a seizure, you really shouldn't be you should be in the hospital for a couple of days, not get out the next day or the next, the same day or the same night or whatever. This, Dave is Dave Grimm, whatever you want to call him. He's fat. He's 300 some odd pounds. He eats a whole bunch of shit like I do, but I'm not 300 pounds. I'm 145, so it is what it is. But, I think all the wrestling he's done, kind of took a toll on his body, and something maybe is wrong in his brain. His brain shut down or something like that, and he had a legit seizure. Kind of wasn't really foaming at the mouth. He was just like, and you really don't see foam coming out of his mouth or anything like that. So that's when when I saw that, I was like, oh, it just doesn't look real to me. Not real to me, damn it. I thought it was staged at first, but so I wrote in the comments, I was like, this looks staged to me, Dave. And then he did the video after that and then he did an update, to go along with that video. And he said he's fine, he's this and that. He has to go to the doctors and he got to get checked out. Obviously, the doctors are going to be pissed to hear that you wrestled right after you had a seizure. So I think that was a bad decision there, Dave. Because you could have got seriously hurt. You could have had another seizure, and you probably would have been dead. Because and believe me, I've seen people have seizures before. Especially when I was at Kingsborough Radio, we had a couple of friends come up. We were about to do the sports show. We had a guy named Tommy, big guy, who was friends with our good friend Steve, who did a dance show on the radio station. And Steve and Tommy come up to hang out and everything. And right before the show, and I wasn't around. I think I was getting ready for the show, getting ready in the studio and everything. And then next thing I know, one of my friends says, "Pete, call the cops. Call security. Call security right away. Come on." It's like, "Call security right away." And I look back. I'm getting on the phone, and I look back, and freaking Tommy's having a seizure on the floor. I mean, legit seizure. I'm like, holy shit. So I called security and said, "We have an emergency in the radio station. Somebody needs to get here right now." So I hung up the phone, and I'm in the freaking the office, and dude's having a legit seizure. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm going nuts. I'm getting scared. I'm like, this guy might be dying right in front of my eyes. But 3 to 5 minutes later, the security comes rushing in, and they called the ambulance, and the ambulance came maybe 10 minutes later, 10-15 minutes later. And then basically from there, we're just hoping he's okay and everything. And they take him out. The ambulance came, the medics came and everything. They check him out. They take him out of the radio station. Steve goes with him, and then all of us are just in shock. And I had one of the hosts, my good friend Platon, tells me, "Pete, just go on air and just go on air and say that the sports show is canceled for today." So I go, I go in the studio, I close the door, I go on air, and I'm like, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Peter Gilmore, blah blah blah. I have this. I say like I said that if you're looking for what we call it, WKOB Sports Talk will not be on the air today. It will be due to I don't know what I said. I think I said due to an emergency. The show is canceled for today. We'll be back next week. We apologize for the inconvenience." And then I put it on the automated system, play music and whatever. And then after that, we all left. We all got our things and left. And then we're hoping, that when we went in next week, that everything, with Tommy and we'll be okay. And we found out a couple days later that Tommy was okay and everything like that. So, but I never saw that kid again. So I can imagine how Tina felt. Tina Grimm's Dave's soon-to-be wife and everything. She felt all nervous and everything because her soon-to-be husband was basically having a seizure and almost dying. But still, I think Dave's an idiot because he wrestled the night after, day or night after, he went in the hospital with a seizure. Imagine getting hit in the fucking head, especially from a guy named Violence. So I wouldn't have went in. I mean, if I was a wrestler, if I was Dave, I was not the size of Dave, but if I was like Dave wrestling and I had a seizure that night, I might be taking some time off to wrestle and get myself better. That's what I think Dave should do. I think that's what he might be doing. But knowing Dave, he wants to give the fans what they want and everything. He wants to put on a show for the fans and everything, get those clickbaits and all that other shit. I told Dave, I said, I said, Dave, I think you need to slow down, dude. Just slow down. I mean, seizure's not, not something to joke about. So I think you need to either retire or just take like a year off, maybe a couple months to a year off. God forbid you have another one and you don't wake up. It's even worse. You have a full blown seizure. You go to the hospital. Boom, done. Next thing you know, like guys like me be coming on YouTube and saying that Grimm's Toy Show is dead, and he's only got himself to blame. Not, not. I mean, not gonna be. I'm not being mean when I say that, but you know, but coming wrestling the next night after a seizure, I think that's kind of stupid. But like I said, it might have been staged. It might have been reals. It might have been a work. I don't know. But that's all I got to say about that. So, yeah, but at least Grimm and I don't know if Tina's at AEW. I mean, they live in Jersey. They live around not around my area, but I forget where they live. I think they live in like southern Jersey. I live in like northern Jersey. But it is what it is. But yeah, at least I kind of knew that they would go to that show because they live in Jersey. So, but I don't know if they're gonna go to the one in New York or Survivor Series, because Survivor Series is in Brooklyn. So, but we'll see. All right, where were we? All right, getting back to NXT real quick. We've got 15 minutes to Dynamite. All right, so and yeah, I picked my nose. I don't give a shit. So anyway, Team Mandy picks up the win over Saray and Casey Gonzalo and Kaden Carter. And Mandy's got her new look. Her brunette hair, kind of looking like Megan Fox. But it is what it is. She still looks kind of hot. That's a nice hot stable right there. 3 hot pieces of you know what. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, we'll move on. So we move on. All right, then we see Candice being a domineering mother of the bride, getting Indy ready for her big night. It's gonna be okay. It's not gonna end in chaos this time. Get that. All right, then we see Mackenzie Mitchell backstage with Mr. Regal, who announces that Kyle O'Reilly broken auto parts. So Kyle's out of the match for the world title after what happened in the back with Ridge Holland and Pete fucking Dunne. And then we find out that the man who saved Kyle, this big guy named Von Wagner, we'll figure that name out, saved him, and he's going to be replacing Kyle in the match. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? This German-looking Von Wagner guy, looks like the lead singer of the German version of Van Halen. Von Halen. Go figure that one out. So yeah, so this jabroni gets a title shot. God forbid he wins, because we don't know anything about him. Right there, Nick. Von Halen. It was in a German cover band of Van Halen. They called it Von Halen. Probably would have been better than the Gary Sharon era. Van Halen 3? Not good. Not good. I didn't like Gary Sharon in Van Halen. And they promptly kicked him out. And they brought back David Lee Roth, Bossy Boo, Boozy Bop. Boozy Bop. Zitty Bop. Yep. It is what it is, Von Halen, yeah. Von Halen, not Van Halen. Von Halen, like Von Dongo. So that's Von Dongo. Not Von Dongo, like Von Kaiser. Otherwise known as Silas Young. But it is what it is. Get that. So yeah, this Hammerhager Von Wagner gets a title shot. That's it. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. All right, then get to your another suck fest. Ridge Holland taking on Drake Maverick. Thanks for coming, Drake Maverick. You should have stayed on Monday Night Raw, trying to console, our fool and Akira Tozawa with that 24/7 title crap. Which I still don't understand what the whole thing with him and Akira Tozawa and R-Truth is going to be. It's like he's their manager or something like that. It's like, he's like, the plan didn't work. It was just the execution didn't work. The plan was perfect. The execution didn't work. So I'm like, okay, nobody cares about you, Drake Maverick. And that's it. So we get to this man. Ridge Holland beat the living crap out of him in a minute 48. 1 minute 48 seconds. He wins with the lifting front suplex. And that's all I got to say about that. Match I gave 1 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then Mackenzie Mitchell talks to Tommaso Ciampa about the new changes to the NXT title match. He says NXT 2.0 is about new stars, new chances, but for him, it's all about the title. He says it's been 908 days since he's had Goldie around his arms and his face and everything. And he says that he's going to get redemption. And we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then after that, we get a vignette or something about a new wrestler, another new wrestler in the brand new NXT, Tony D'Angelo. Looks like an Italian guy or an Irish guy. I think he's Italian. Tony D'Angelo is coming pretty soon. And a lot of people on Twitter saying that, they're saying that he's like, he could be a member of the FBI, the full-blooded, bring back Nunzio. Or something like that. Bring back the full-blooded Italians, Go bake me a pizza. Oh, wait, Sally ate it. God damn you, Sal. Ate a good pizza. Remember those chants? Where's my pizza? Sally ate it. Back in ECW. Anyway, full-blooded Italians, Sally Graziano, Nunzio, and Tracy Smothers, God rest his mighty soul. Former team champions. Just want to point that out. And they had the greatest fucking theme. Didn't they have the Satellite Fever theme in ECW? I don't remember, but it was, they were great. Those guys, they were great. Little Nunzio, Sally Graziano, and Tracy Smothers. That's all I got to say about that. Awesome tag team. Speaking of tag teams, we have the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, taking on two Hammonagers. We don't know their names. And once again, the Creed brothers get the win after Julius hits a power slam, then another power slam, and then he finishes this Hammonager off with a clothesline. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. They're the new members of they're in now the new members of the Diamond Mine, along with Roddy and Henry Suzuki. So we get that match. I gave 5 stars. And then Malcolm Bivens, the of the Diamond Mine, and it's a woman. Her name is Ivy Niall. I guess Niall. I guess you can say a Niall. And he welcomes her to the Diamond Mine. She's like, yeah, I'm in the Diamond Mine. Look at me. And then out comes the Cruiserweight champion Kushida, who says, you talk too much. And says he's ready for Roddy. So Malcolm Bivens says, let's make the title match for next week. And Kushida's like, okay, but first we have. So we get that. So next week, we finally get Kushida versus Roddy for the Cruiserweight title after Kushida was injured or something for the last month or so. So we get that. I hope Roddy wins the belt. That's all I got to say about that. And we'll move on. All right, so that's that. We'll move on. All right, then we get to the world title match between Pete fucking Dunne, Von Wagner, and Tommaso Ciampa. This was a pretty damn good match. All these guys put it on the line, and I have to say, what is this Von Wagner guy? Pretty goddamn impressive for a guy from has a German name. I don't know if he's from Germany, but he was he was very impressive. Almost won the title like a couple of times. He hits an Olympic slam on Eli Drake. Then he hits like a weird looking double underhook suplex on Eli. Yeah, on Eli again. Goes for the cover. Ciampa broke it up, and then Ciampa wins the NXT World Title with the fairy tale ending. 1, 2, 3. Tommaso Ciampa is your new NXT World Heavyweight Champion for a third time, and he has Goldie back, and that's pretty nice for a guy that hasn't held the belt for 908 days. That's all I gotta say about that. So he finally gets it back. I think it's the. I thought it would, I like Ciampa and everything, but I think it was the wrong choice to give him the belt. I would have gave it to Pete Dunne, and then you could have worked that angle with Pete Dunne beating up Kyle, and then Kyle coming out next week and demanding that he fights Pete Dunne and for the world title, and he gets the match, and Pete Dunne and Kyle have another epic match, and Pete Dunne probably kicks his ass, but that's probably gonna happen anyway. But I would have had Pete Dunne win the title, and then we'll see what happens with that. But Ciampa wins, and now who's next? At this point, is it gonna be Samoa Joe down the line, or I don't even know what's happening with Joe, because if he's even gonna be in NXT with his undisclosed injury that he has. And that's all I got to say about that. So congratulations to Ciampa, and we'll see what happens with him next week and in the future with this new look NXT. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, then we get to the wedding, and blah blah blah. Johnny Gargano is the father of the bride. He gave Indy away. We had Austin Theory, one of the bridesmen and everything. Ikemen Jiro was the ring bearer. Austin Theory's like, I have the ring. Oh, but we're in a ring. Dummy. Then they do the festivities. They had an actual priest, not Damian Priest, but an actual priest. And we get like the name, their full names: Dexter Gaylord Loomis and Indy Ophelia Hartwell. I don't know if those are actual names. Oh, they're actual, storyline full names. But anyway, so we get that. Then we get the rings, and couldn't find the ring. And then Ikemen Jiro gives them the rings and everything. And then they do the whole speak now, forever hold your peace. And everybody's like raises their hands and like, oh, I object. And then Dexter looks at them with his creepy eyes, and he pulls out his jacket, and he has an axe in his jacket. And then everybody puts their hands down. Then the ceremony continues, and then blah blah blah. They do the vows, and Indy saying Dexter's my freak and everything. She talks about Dexter sneaking into her bed late at night, and Candice were making a baby, I guess. And then Johnny and Candice are pissed, and Dexter's like, don't say it. But you knew what was happening. So Indy says he never loses a staring contest and always keeps her safe, and she loves him. Blah 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 blah. So then Dexter goes for his vows, and he just gives him a thumbs up. And then the priest's like, well, that's it? No vows? Okay, we'll move on. And so he questions Dexter, saying maybe he's just nervous and everything. Then Dexter takes the priest and puts him in a silencer. Or he chokes him out, puts him like in a headlock. The priest passes out, and then everybody's like, well, who's going to finish this? Mr. Regal, you do it. And the fan's like, yeah, do it. Regal's like, no. And then Beth Phoenix comes in. Well, I was just ordained a minister last night on freeordainedministers.com. So she finishes the ceremony, blah, blah, blah. Cut the Chase and Adrian Chase. Okay, so I should say. And then we got Adrian Chase. He says, if somebody and tries to, make it a teachable moment, and then Ozzy Jones says, sit down. And that's it. Then they whole, they get the rings, and Beth Phoenix like, do you take, do you, good, you're married, kiss her. So they do that. Indy says, I do. And then Dexter was about to, say it, and he just stares, like, just stares a whole way into Indy, and Beth's like, oh, I guess I'll take that as a yes. And then Dexter's like, hold on there, Beth. Then Leroy finally speaks for the first time like a year. He says, I do. And everybody's like, yay! And then, by the power vested in me by freeordainedministers.com, I've now pronounced you man and wife. Kiss the bride. Yay! So we have a wedding that doesn't go end in chaos. Go figure that one out. So, yeah, so we have a wedding, man. We finally have a wedding after what? 29 years? Even though, well, the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth wedding did end in chaos, even though it was after the wedding, was at the reception. So I guess you can count that as a wedding that did not end in chaos. Was it? I mean, they finished the wedding, they were man and wife, and then the reception just ended in chaos. And as well know, Uncle Bertha Faye and Uncle Elmer, they had the wedding in 1984, 85. That went nicely. And now we have this one. The first wedding in, like I said, I think 29 years that did not end with somebody, getting beat up or getting stood up at the altar or ending in chaos. So finally, we get a wedding. Thank the Lord for that. I don't know why this was the end of the show. And 1985 on Saturday Night's Main Event. I remember that. I was alive. But it is what it is. All right, so we had the wedding, blah blah blah, and the wedding I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. That'd be nice to the married couple. That's all I gotta say about that. But I guess we'll probably see maybe the reception next week, and that might end in chaos. So maybe we'll see a snake, and Jake Roberts will come out. There'll be a snake. Indy's opening her gifts with Dexter, and then next thing you know, freaking a snake jumps out, like a cobra comes out and scares Indy, and then Jake Roberts and The Undertaker beat the crap out of Dexter Lumis. Who knows? They'll go all 1992 on us. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see what happens if they even show the reception. If they even had one. But I guess we'll never know. And the wedding cake and all that shit. And that's it. So like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. And that's it. All right. Dynamite's about to start. Where the hell is my... As always, I can't find my my freaking God damn it. Hold on 1 second. All right, hold on. I gotta find it. Here it is. All right. We put on Dynamite. All right. So we had that, and I just want to make sure that this goes on, and I got to mute it, and put on Dynamite. All right. So Dynamite is on the air. We are live from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, where Mikey Mittens and Mama Mittens are, and probably a whole bunch of other people. And that's it. And we're starting off with CM Punk, Mikey Mittens' favorite person in the whole world, and another guy's favorite person in the whole world. You know what I mean. The man who does a lot of clickbait for that guy. So here he comes, Mr. Punk, getting ready to go on commentary. And now he's on a he jumped off the stage onto a grater where where the pyro is. I'm like, that's kind of dangerous. And he goes on the other side. Now he's like, oh, look at the fans, cheer me on. All right, so he's going to be special commentator for tonight with Jim Ross, Tony Baloney, and Excalibur. I guess I guess Excalibur consummated his marriage pretty early, I guess. And then he jumps in the crowd. Isn't that kind of dangerous? God forbid I was over there. I don't know who those guys are, but he's always jumping into the crowd. Now he's going to go all the way around the ring. Let's see if we see Mikey Mittens. Oh, no. I can't see him. I don't know. I think they're around his area. Because he was in the first row, but I don't remember what part. No, you can't. Well, he didn't go all the way around the ring, so I don't know what side of the ring he was even on. So it is what it is. All right, now Punk's gonna be on the commentary position with, like I said, Jr., Tony Baloney, and Excalibur. And Tony Baloney's having a freaking seizure in his pants. What else is freaking new? All right, get the rundown of the card. Eddie Kingston and Moxley are gonna take on 2.0. Parker and whatever the guy's other name is. Got Bryan Danielson addressing Kenny Omega. Dante Martin and Matt Sydal will take on FTR. Dan Lambert and American Top Team will challenge AEW to a response, like the one he did last week. We got that bitch, Jade Cargill, against legit Layla Hirsch. That should be good. Darby will take on Shawn Spears. And don't forget Adam Cole, baby. Against Frankie Kazarian. That match is next. Ooh, I can't wait. They should just don't go to commercial. Just have Adam Cole come out right now. Here we go. And it's all about the boom. Adam Cole, baby. Yes, the man. Here he comes in his first AEW match. Nice tights there, Adam. Nice jacket. The man. That's all I gotta say about that. Damn, he's 202 pounds. He's almost. He's a little bit bigger than me. You know, I'm 145, and he's like 202. But you know, it is what it is. So here he comes, Adam Cole, baby, doing his usual entrance by himself, and here it comes. Boom! Austin Jenkins. Here he comes. Oh, he's about to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Get ready. Nick, are you ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole, baby! Yes. Oh, man, I wish I had tickets to this damn show. To scream his freaking name. But, you know, I think my days of seeing Adam Cole is over because I think he knows I stalk him or something like that. No, I don't stalk him. What's weird is I got a friend request by Britt Baker on my one of my Facebook pages. So like, you know how you get a friend request and you don't know who it is and you have to look to make sure it's an actual legit account. Well, I went on Britt Baker's account and it's actually legit. Actually legit, showing all the pictures of Adam, you know, and you know, you see the mutual friends list as well. You have to make sure it's actually legit too. So, you know, Mikey was on there and a couple of my other friends were on there. So I'm like, okay, friend Britt Baker. I don't know if she responded or not, but and then, you know, me being me, you know, went into her account and found Adam Cole's Facebook page. You know, his real name is Austin Jenkins. So I sent a friend request to Adam Cole on Facebook. I don't think he answered me. But he does follow me on Twitter. Him and Britt Baker follow me on Twitter, which is awesome. So that's all I can say about that. All right, so we had the wedding, like I said, didn't end badly, and that's all I can say about that. Also, you know, before I get to the end of the review, AEW announced that every Thanksgiving Eve they will be in Chicago at one of the arenas in Chicago, not the United Center. Either the Now Arena or I think it's the Wintrust Arena that they're going to be at this one. But anyway, November the 24th of this year, which is Thanksgiving Eve. No, the 23rd or I think it's the 23rd or 24th. I think it's the 23rd. They're going to be in Chicago for Dynamite, and every Thanksgiving Eve after that, they will be doing a show in Chicago. So they really love Chicago. Why can't you have something like that in New York? Just gonna have that one show in New York? Come on now. Come on, you gotta give New York City some love. I mean, come on now. Besides Arthur Ashe Stadium, I mean, come on, can you come to the I know they're not gonna get MSG, but the only arena I can think of they could do is the Hammerstein. So if they can get the Hammerstein, that's going to sell out in about 5 seconds. Not even 5 seconds, 2 minutes. And then somehow, some way, me and Nick might have to go on StubHub to get some tickets. We'll be sitting on the balcony. I don't care about that as long as I can go to the freaking VIP. If that's free or you have to buy tickets to that. But I don't care. If it's at the Hammerstein, I'm going. Just like going to New Japan or going to Ring of Honor at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so it's back and forth match now. Adam Cole, baby, is in control with a chin lock. As you have Bryce, the referee. Sold out crowd at the Prudential Center, by the way. Excuse me. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's finish this off, and then I'm gonna finish watching Dynamite. Maybe later I'll do another video on this very channel with my AEW review, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, let's finish this up, and then we got comments too. All right, after the wedding, we cut to the back. We see Ciampa watching from a monitor from I guess looking at the wedding. He's all happy and everything. He has Goldie, next to him. And then Braun Breaker, Mr. Rick Steiner's son, comes in, and Ciampa congratulates him on his first win, and he extends his hand. Then they shake, and then they stare at each other very intensely. Kind of reminds me of when Cena, made his debut during the Ruthless Aggression era in 2000. What was that? 2002, when he fought Kurt Angle. As the prototype Cena before he became the Doctor of Thugonomics Cena. And then, he beat, I think Angle won by, I think Cena won by count out or something like that. And then they go to the back and Cena runs up to the Undertaker. And then the Undertaker's like, he was the champion at the time. And he's like, "What's your name, son?" "John Cena." And then they shake hands. And then the rest is history after that. So they kind of had that type of moment, with Ciampa. No! About to say Frankie Kazarian almost beat Adam Cole. I would have raged. Because they're not going to let Adam Cole lose in his debut match to a bum like Frankie Kazarian. Well, I shouldn't say bum like Frankie Kazarian, but because as we all know, if you followed, the history of Frankie Kazarian and Adam Cole, baby. 1, 2. Frankie Kazarian cost Adam Cole, baby, the world title to his best friend, Christopher Daniels, back in 2017. And then right after that, Adam Cole was kicked out of the Bullet Club. Right around that time, 2016, early 2017. And that's it. So, and that's it. So, all right now, it's been a pretty good match. Cole's going up top, looking for the Panama City Sunrise. He's getting ready. He's about to hit it. He's going to hit it. Let's see. Doink! And nope, didn't get all of it. Kazarian, Alabama slam. I thought he was going to go for maybe the flux capacitor or something like that. Then he hits that slingshot leg drop. Goes to the cover and a kick out at 2.5. This is a pretty decent match to start the show. Pretty decent for two guys who know each other very well, especially from the Ring of Honor days. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so NXT ends with Ciampa and Braun Breaker staring at each other, and we'll see. Maybe that'll be Ciampa's first title defense against Rick Steiner's son. Not that it's gonna matter because they're not gonna give Rick Steiner's son the belt right now. But I think he'll be a big star for NXT, like Von Wagner will be. They're saying he might be Von Wagner might be a future main eventer at WrestleMania. Well, not right now. I was saying another 2 to 3 years. They'll give him that. All right, look like. Ooh, Adam Cole hit the collateral damage. 1, 2, and 2.9. Somebody has a cardboard cutout of Bebe on it. That's kind of cool. Oh, I see Mikey Mittens. I just saw him and his mom. They just showed him, not up close, but I saw him in the crowd. Yep, there he is again. He's right in the front row, like on the side, like not in the middle side, but like on this side. Actually going this way. You're going, coming the stages this way, and you're going around. So he's like right here. So that's kind of cool. Lucky Mittens, you fucking asshole. I like the kid, Panama City Sunrise. He hit it. Oh, now he's Adam Cole's pissed now. He takes down the knee, and it's time for the last shot. Last shot. And this one's basically over. 1, 2, and 3. Adam Cole, baby, picks up the win. Yep, 1 for me, he says. That's it. So, the man, Adam Cole, baby, is 1-0 in AEW. And a pretty good match with Frankie Kazarian. I give that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Oh, now he's going to get on the mic. And it's story time with Adam Cole, baby. I can't play it for obvious reasons. I don't want Tony Khan to what you call it, copyright me. So I'll just read off the briefly before we end this video. Well, yep, story time with Adam Cole, baby. Are you ready for a story there, Nick? I think you are. Everybody's ready for a story. He talks about hope. Hope is a dangerous, dangerous thing. Locker room hopes that they can keep up with the elite. Well, guess what? It ain't going to happen. He says, but only been here for a short time, and there are 3 guys who've really gotten under my skin. Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy Jack. So there's your next feud. Well, his first major feud in AEW is going to be probably between Jungle Boy Jack. So he challenges them next week. Well, he says Rampage Grand Slam. Kind of messed that up. So we're going to get a 6-man tag team match with Adam Cole, baby, and the Young Bucks taking on Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy Jack, and Christian Cage at Dynamite Grand Slam in New York City. He said the Super Click is back, baby. There's not a damn thing anyone can do to stop us. So, you can call it the Super Elite, baby, the Super Click, the whatever you want to call it, but the Super Click has reunited. And that's pretty much it. So next week we got Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Christian Cage taking on Adam Cole, baby, and the Young Bucks. That should be pretty damn good in New York City. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be epic. epic. All right, after that, we go to the AEW Tag Team Champions, Luchasaurus, no, the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon and Pentagon Zero, Vieto, and Ray Phoenix. They're talking about them winning the belts, and then we see Butcher and the Blade cutting a promo. So on Rampage, as Alex Amahon says, this Friday on Rampage, they're going to defend the belts against the Butcher and the Blade, with Ali, of course, the money. So that should be pretty good. They said, you're going to bleed, or we are reality, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. So that should be pretty good this Friday night on Rampage. All right, after that, so after the break, we're going to hear from Maxwell Jacob Friedman. So see what he has to say. Probably something with Brian Pillman Jr. and maybe with Moxley. Not that I give two shits. And that's basically it. So, all right, that's it for my NXT review. I gave NXT 2.0 a 6 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, let's end up shop with Nick. All right, we're going to go from the beginning. Well, not the beginning, but... All right, we're going to start the review from the beginning. Yep, we had to start. I apologize for, making this take two. I don't know what happened with my computer. My mic was not on. The video was on. Just the mic wasn't on for some odd reason. So go figure that one out. All right, Nick didn't know that Dynamite was in Jersey. That's why you got to watch Dynamite to know what the hell they're doing. Nick will be in attendance at Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens, New York City next week. So if you see him, say hi. And tell him Peter Gilmore sent you. And that's it. I wish I was going, but I don't have the money. It was all sold out by the time I was still thinking about tickets when they still had a few seats left all the way in the God's country. But I had bills to pay, so I'm not gonna waste. The tickets were like $25, and with fees and stuff. But I still would have went, but but it is what it is. I got other things to do. Plus, by the time I was about to, order the tickets and everything, they were sold out. So I was like, fuck. So now I gotta have to wait till the next show. The next time AEW comes into New York, which may be either end of this year or next year. And we'll see what happens with that. But I'm hoping that Ring of Honor comes to New York City with Final Battle in December. So we'll see. They haven't announced it yet. It's only September the 15th. So if they do come to New York City, I think they would be announcing it by now, because the tickets have to go on sale pretty soon. And I will be going to Final Battle, because I will have the money by then. So, but I'm not gonna tell you when I'm sitting. So all you trolls can say, oh, I'm going to go to Final Battle. I'm going to go beat up Peter. Yeah, you ain't going to do shit. That's all I got to say about that. That's it. Nick says, in the words of Dave Chappelle, gotcha, bitch. I knew it was in New Jersey. Oh, you fooled me. Yeah, you son of a bitch. Bastard. I'm going to give you a Gilmore Carter. Like I gave, those bastards Nick Urs and, his little butt buddy Eddie and that faggot kid. They all thought I was going to AEW tonight. And I challenged them to come see me 2 hours before the event. Tricked you. All right, now we got Sammy Guevara and Fuego del Sol in the back with Tony Schiavone, and looks like Fuego got a new car. Looks like a cop car. Actually, no, it's a Hyundai. So basically, Fuego's putting his car on the line this Friday on Rampage, and he's challenging Miro one more time for the TNT title. So, wow, is Fuego del Sol a moron? Pretty much. So he's putting his car on the line for Miro's title. Not that he's gonna win. So say goodbye to your car, SA. You're taking the bus home. He'll probably be taking the bus home or the train home to the hotel. Now here comes Maxwell Jacob Faggot with Wardlow coming out, Mr. Micro Dick himself, and that's it. All right, move on. Finishing this off. Surprising NXT last night was surprising. Okay. Surprising was decent. Yeah, it was all right. Like I said, 6 out of 10 stars, and that's pretty much it. All right, Nickelodeon presents WWE NXT 2.0, basically. So it's basically looked like Double Dare. Anyway, great. Now I'm imagining Nickelodeon buying WWE. God forbid they do. But God forbid Disney buys it. They're close to maybe buying it. So MJF's in the ring and he calls New Jersey the armpit of America. Well, isn't that Long Island? Because he's from Long Island, so and Long Island is shit compared to Jersey. I think they said somebody said that Long Island is like New Jersey but worse. And now he's dissing the Devils, which is the only good thing about that. Jersey Shore Skanks. I guess that's the Yankees team in Jersey, I think. I don't know. So now he's going to have he's going to talk to us at home. So he's saying that some of his words might have offended us last week. No. And he's like, I don't care. What a schmuck. What a big schmuck this guy is. Me and Nick know from experience how big of a schmuck this guy is. With his tiny little micro penis. At least his is bigger than you know whose. And now he's talking about the loose cannon Brian Pillman. Oh man, he's really getting the heel heat by talking to, basically a dead person in Brian Pillman. And now he stomped the freaking canvas and he's talking to the canvas like it's Brian Pillman. What a fucking retard this guy is. Oh, now he's talking about Melanie, his widow, Methany, creating the worst excuse for a second generation wrestler, and his son Brian Pillman Jr. So now he's, basically telling, Brian Pillman Sr. that, basically saying that if he shows up in that stinking town in Queens, he's gonna massacre him. Blah blah blah. And he's saying that they can chant his last name and everything, and everybody's chanting Pillman, Pillman, Pillman. So he's really getting a heel heat from the crowd. He says at the end of the day, it's going to be basically obvious. I'm better than you, and you know it. And then something's happening. All right, Wardlow goes out of the ring, and well, it looked like Brian Pillman was about to come out, and then Brian Pillman comes from the other side of the ring. He's about to hit MJF in the head with a chair, and he's going for it. Then Wardlow takes the chair away, and then Pillman slaps Wardlow. Oh boy, that's a mistake. Well, let's go at it, dude. So it looks like Wardlow and Pillman are about to go at it, and Pillman Pillman makes Wardlow go over the top rope. He tricks him and does that. Then Pillman tries to hit Wardlow in the head with the chair, and Wardlow gets that ring right away. So they get these, All right, so next week we got Brian Pillman Jr. and Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. And you know who's going to win that one. Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. All right, so now from there we get JR sitting down with Brian Pillman from earlier in the day, and he's talking about 28 years ago was when Brian Pillman died. Oh no, I'm sorry. When Brian Pillman had when Brian Pillman Jr. was born 28 years ago. I apologize for that. And JR was saying he was really embarrassed for his dad. He was like he was humiliated. He got a chance to redeem yourself. I missed what he said before that. I apologize for that. So he's talking about MJF didn't get his ass kicked last week. Then he hypes up the match at Arthur Ashe Stadium next week. So basically, Pillman's basically saying this match is very important to to him. Wants to fulfill his dad's legacy. And he says that he let his dad down last week by not beating the crap out of MJF. And basically telling MJF he's been fed a silver spoon. He's been fighting for his life. The people know his story. The whole thing with his dad and his mom, his dad dying, his mom being a meth head, and basically hyping the match. I'm not going to go into whatever the hell he says. I'll do that later, and we'll move on. All right, so we'll finish this up. We're almost an hour and a half in. All right, Nick's still here. All right, Damian Priest. Let's see what they did there. Yeah, the Priest. They did a Priest. Or was Damian Priest? All right, now we go back to commentary. So Punk's saying that MJF's playing mind games. He's gonna be, and he's like saying it might be a mistake, and blah 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 blah. All right, up next we got Dante Martin and Matt Sydal against FTR with Tully Blanchard at ringside. Should be some good stuff. We got some. We're off and running on Dynamite. We had a pretty good opening match with Adam Cole, baby, and Frankie Kazarian. Then we had a pretty okay promo from Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker and the whole Brian Pillman thing, and then we had that segment with Brian. So not bad for the first half hour of Dynamite, and that's it. All right, let's finish this up. So I want to finish up. I want to maybe finish this and maybe have some dinner after that, but we'll see. Grim was at AEW, SWF. That's where he wrestles once in a while, and LCW. Von Halen, with the German version of Sammy Hagar, or Diamond David Lee was. Anyway, and that's that. Nick says Gaylord Loomis, Dexter Gaylord Loomis, and Indy Ophelia Hartwell. Well, I guess you can call her now Indy Ophelia Hartwell Loomis, or something like that. Whatever. But yeah, Dexter Gaylord Loomis. Go figure that one out. Saturday night's main event 1985 was the wedding of Uncle Earl and Bertha Faye. I remember that well. And that's it. All right, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. And Miss Elizabeth, their wedding was in 1991. I thought it was in 92. Damn, I gotta look at my tapes again. So SummerSlam 91, a match made in heaven, a match made in hell. And that was it. For the Macho Man. Yeah. Macho Man getting married to Miss Elizabeth again. Ooh, it was great. Wasn't that right? Isn't that right, Elizabeth? That's right, Randy. And now they're married a third time in heaven. Go figure that one out. Macho Man dropping elbows down from heaven. Oh yeah, on Owen Hart, brother. Now I wonder if he's having some drinks with who. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want him to come on. But he'll come on later. He's resting right now. He's in his bedroom right now. So that's it. All right, final comment from Nick, and then we're gonna end this burrito. AEW Dynamite is amazing so far. Yes, it has. For the first 31 minutes, it's been pretty damn good. pretty damn good, and that's all I can say about that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you to Nick, as always, for coming on. Take 2 of this video. I apologize for the first video that went an hour and 22 minutes of basically me talking to myself and with no sound. But now we got sound, and now we're back to good, and that's it. All right, quickly, we're gonna finish up with we got Alex Marvez with Jurassic Express and Christian Cage, and we got Jungle Boy Jax talking about Adam Cole, the Elite, basically saying that, well, I got better friends than you do, Adam. And then Christian cuts him off. So says Adam has pretty good friends, you know what I mean? He says the Super Elite use their ADP, their executive vice president status to throw him a line, and so I asked the developmental. We accept that. So I accept his challenge, and basically that's it. Oh man, Christian says you already know about losing Wednesday Night Wars. So it says next week you're gonna lose another war. So it says see you at Grand Slam, baby. Ouch. Christian with a low blow to Adam Cole in NXT again. Well, it is what it is. And that's that. All right, so now we got FTR in the ring with Tully Blanchard taking on Dante Martin and Matt Sydal. Should be a pretty good match. I like Dante Martin a lot. And Nick saw Mittens. Yeah, I saw Mittens too. I saw Mittens and his mama. Oh, quick roll up by Matt Sydal. Gets a quick near fall. Then he tries another pinfall, with a kind of weird roll up for another near fall. Nice arm drag. And another arm drag. And goes for a third one. Then Dax Hoy picks him up, and Sydal hits a head scissors, tags in Dante Martin. All right, off the ropes, double leapfrog, and a double drop kick from the high flyers, if you will. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, we're gonna end this video off. I'm gonna watch the rest of this match and edit this baby up, and then have some dinner, and then we'll see what happens from there. I might do the video, the review later on tonight, or maybe tomorrow when I have some time. But it is what it is, and that's it. So thank you all for watching. Once again, 6 out of 10 stars for NXT 2.0, and we'll see what happens next week on the show. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you to Nick once again for coming in, and anybody else who watched, thank you for watching. And if you left a like, thank you. Left a dislike, well, fuck you, man. And that's all I got to say about that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Rock on and rock hard. And if you're not down with that, like I said, fuck you, man. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bitches.